Gemini, this is it, baby. This is something extraordinary for you. There is such an incredible energy for this month, and you are written all the way through it like a stick of rock. Yes. So I'm putting these up early, specifically early for you, actually, because you need to plan for this. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune in your sign. Yes. So it's all about expansion for you this year. Anyway, hopefully you had some great experiences in May with that. But arguably the most intense transit of the year is on the 3rd of June when Jupiter trines Pluto, the Lord of transformation. Wow. There is a big shift coming for you. It's almost like you have the potential to wake up to everything that is possible, to making your dreams come true, to adventure, to push yourself, to express your unique soul, and to just feel optimistic and expansive, and to just open up your heart to that expansion. And also on the same day, Mercury, planet of communication, goes into your sign. So plan to do something on the 3rd of June. You know, for some people, it'll just be thinking something that ends up being very, very important, or coming up with an idea, or suddenly seeing how you can push an idea forward, or having an extraordinary conversation. But it will involve you ultimately opening up your heart to exploring the world in a new way, getting curious about what you're going to do with your life next and putting it into action. But the good news is, with this very, very optimistic vibe that is going to thread its way through the whole of June. Also, on the 4th, we've got Mercury, your ruler in your sign, also trine Pluto. If you want to make changes, if you want to go on a big adventure, if you want to explore or learn or study, this is the time where you have the power in your voice to say, I'm doing it, and putting it into action. We also have Mercury and Jupiter conjunct on the 4th. So the beginning of this month is super powerful for you and packed, literally packed with potential. Now, on the 4th, we have the Sun and Venus conjunct in your sign. I mean, it doesn't get much better. Please, 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 I am urging you to make June the time where you're going to go, right, I'm making changes, to believe in yourself, to know how fabulous you are, and to know what you're capable of, and to feel that optimism as you're carried through this month and seeing potential and opportunity. On the 6th, the new moon in Gemini is your birthday new moon. It's the beginning of your own new year, basically, and it always gives a wish. So make a wish, send out it's an incredibly powerful time for you to manifest. Put your manifestations out there. Decide who you want to be in this next chapter. Who are you? What kind of magician are you? How are you going to push yourself forward in the coming year? Know that you are walking in from the 6th onwards, and potentially before because of the great astrology, with magic within you, and that you're a walking magic wand. If that wasn't enough, this new moon is conjunct Venus, the planet of love and abundance. So soak it up, baby. Believe it, trust it, play with it, and do something with it. You may feel a little bit restricted when it comes to your career or your work on the 8th, because you've got to make a few decisions. Venus is square Saturn, Venus in your sign, and also the Sun is square Saturn. So you might be like, oh, you know, I don't want this pressure connected to my career. If you're retired, your life purpose, there may be something where you feel a restriction. Don't worry about it. Hopefully you've already got the answers you need, and it's just the final tying up of loose ends. Now, Mars on the 9th is going into Taurus and your 12th house before it goes into your house next stage. But right now, it's difficult for you to get things done after the 9th. So I would plot, plan, and get on with it before the 9th. Otherwise, you're a bit like, oh, you know, thinking rather than doing. However, you can still do the talking and the magic talking, because on the 14th, the Sun and Mercury are joining forces in your sign, giving you this powerful voice. Remember, words are spells, thoughts are spells. Think and communicate very, very clearly. Mercury is also conjunct Venus on the 17th. Again, power, power, power. Make the most, because things start to shift out of your sign after the 17th. So it's like that. Use that magic while it's present, because on the 17th, Venus leaves your sign and goes into Cancer, as does Mercury. It's not a bad thing, because actually when it leaves your sign, it goes into a position for you of security. So you're like, yeah, I've got to dig in, I've got to lay my roots, I've got to ground myself and build the future that I want. Sun leaves your sign on the 21st of June, goes into Cancer, and then we have a full moon in Capricorn on the 22nd, which is very intense. This full moon wants you to come into your power, your sexuality, your charisma, and all that you are. It wants you to do that fearlessly. Now, as we know, full moons can be very intense, and they can bring up things from our unconscious. They can be very emotional. So if there's anything going on with you to do with obsession or powerlessness, giving your power away, feeling powerless, this full moon might bring up a big emotional response. But there should also be signs and opportunities and answers to how to move from that space into your power. So all good. Mercury is trine Saturn on the 26th, so you can commit to what you want after maybe going through, thinking, should I change or not change? Answer is change, as far as I'm concerned. And this month is super magical. Please, please, please make the most of it. You are a divine, and you are so clever. My wife's got 4 or 5 planets in Gemini. I mean, so much Gemini, it's unbelievable. And is the most talented human I've ever met, but sometimes doesn't put it into action. This is the month for action. Take that brilliance and share it with the world. Don't hide it under a bushel. So much love, my darling. Speak to you soon. So here is the deck. I love the box. Got some of the tarot heroes on the front that are in my deck, which I'll tell you about later. It is flip top. How fabulous is that? I love that. And then you have the little booklet here. Little nuggets of information about each card. Here they are. Notice the gold. The Fool. The Magician. The High Priestess, which is so important because it is Pamela Coleman Smith. She was the illustrator of the original Rider-Waite. And I have 3 Lovers cards. The Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, various heroes here. This is Anna May Wong. So I've got this leaflet that comes with the pack. It gives you 1 line of straight to the point wisdom about it. But this is the book. And I'm so pleased with it, because what I aim to do with this deck is to inspire your own psychic ability, but also to empower you and uplift you every day with the message of the card. Let's take a look inside. In it, we've got the meanings and readings. All my knowledge is in this book, all my love and all my heart. I talk to you about my journey, and I talk to you, most importantly, about how to dive in and learn the tarot really quickly, because that's the way I roll. Very easy guide. I talk to you about reversals and how to empower yourself and feel the love of the tarot. And then there's a little space where you can do your readings. And at the back, really importantly, I talk to you about all the card characters, the amazing things they did in the world to inspire us. Just to give you a taster, let's pull a card, see what we've got. Well, that is a great card. The 9 of Cups, the Wish card. The most basic interpretation of the 9 of Cups is that you're being given a massive cosmic yes. This book is my life's work. I've been doing tarot basically from when I was born. It's been a lifelong passion, and you're always learning when it comes to tarot, and I've tried to put everything I know and all the magic and how you can learn quickly. You can get them from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and potentially order them from your local bookshop and support your local bookshop. These carry my heart and my soul, and I thank you for being on this journey. You inspired me to do it because I wanted to have an inclusive deck. So I thank you for being my inspiration.